Jables, how are you feeling today? Because you look a little, I don't want to say under the weather. I want to say over the weather. Are you over the weather? Is that what it is?
I've just been getting a lot of rest and drinking water. I have gotten nothing done. Yeah, just a lot of rest.
Oh God! What if that was your face?
Imagine?
What was that? What if that was your resting face?
It's close.
Yeah, it's
Like
it's
my
not that
resting
close.
face
It's not
is
that
like
close.
bitchy. But
Is it? Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see your resting bitch
like
face.
if I'm just like at, I guess probably like the car wash the other day.
Yeah.
Of just like.
Oh, yeah. That's cold. That's a very cold face.
It's like this too with the lip.
You don't do that.
No, I might. Do you know
Might.
what I mean? I might. And you know why? It's because like I just don't. People are really annoying me.
Why?
Just normal things.
At the car wash?
Just people.
Okay.
Ricky Gervais talked about it the other day.
Wait, what was your deal at the car wash in particular?
At the car wash, not so much, but I was thinking at the movie theater.
Yeah.
I go out a lot,
Yeah.
apparently.
You went to see Paddington.
I went to see Paddington 2. It was so good.
Was it? Was it better than the first one?
So good. I don't know if it was better than the first one, but it was just as good.
Great. You were looking forward to that. That's great.
I was.
Took
And
our boy, our young son.
our young, the young prince.
Yeah. So what were the problem with the people at the movies?
So it's packed.
Sure.
Okay, which was awesome. But Paddington 2 was packed.
Yeah.
Every seat was filled. This family comes in and they've come in late.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And by late, I mean like the trailers are almost over. So it's dark.
Sure.
You should be in your seat.
Right.
Right? So they come in. It's a group of like four, a family. They all shuffle in. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Sit down. Then one of them the mom, I think, turns to the dad and goes, okay, do you want to get popcorn, soda? What do you guys want? What?
Yeah, you're already there.
So you already like came in late, shuffled in the dark, got into your seat, and now you're going to shuffle out again and get, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you mean to tell me that you didn't have that conversation in the fucking lobby?
In the lobby?
And then one of you
and
waited.
grab it.
Yeah.
Grab it and
then
come in.
One of you wait, bring your family in.
One of you come in.
That's the normal thing, yeah.
One of you come in, throw a jacket.
Sure.
But it's just stuff like that and little things. It's mostly people being unaware of anyone else
in their space.
in the world.
Yeah.
In their space.
Yeah.
That gets me the most.
Oh, yeah.
When someone just like doesn't even realize that there's anyone else in the world.
Triggered. You got triggered at Paddington.
I got triggered at Paddington. And it made me realize like I get really annoyed by stuff like just people.
Sure. No, look, I completely understand it.
That's horrible.
Obviously, I do. You know I do.
You do, definitely. The amount of times that you go, oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, this woman.
And I'm one of those people.
This dude, yeah.
I'll take my phone and shame people like on my Instagram story because it'll only last for 24 hours. And I don't know these motherfuckers. So I'll just be like, oh, God, look at that person there. The fucking worst. The worst. Yeah. Shoes off. Shoes off anywhere, by the way. That's not just planes for me. That goes anywhere. If you're taking your fucking shoes off, shoes and socks off somewhere out in public, I think you should be shot on spot.
That's a level of, like
shot on spot for me.
Every place in the world is my living room.
Right.
Every place in the world is my like domain.
Yeah.
There's no one else here. Yeah. There's no one else around.
Shot on spot. I saw a picture of a surgery the other day that got me. And I knew it would get you even worse. A guy lost his thumb.
Oh, I saw that.
And they reattached a big toe to where his thumb was. I almost vomited all over the computer screen when I saw it.
Disgusting. To the point of like, is that real? I don't know if it's real. Like stuff like that. I'm like, is that
looks real to me.
Yeah.
I mean, the scars were pretty goddamn big. Boy, isn't that weird?
Stupid.
You got a toe thumb?
You have a toe thumb.
You have a toe for a thumb. Imagine what the wet willies are like for that.
Big
oh,
toes.
God.
Big toes are really important too to walk.
They are?
So
but my question was it his own big toe? Was it somebody else's big toe?
Oh.
Did you ever think about that? It could have been somebody who just died and they were like, oh shit, we can take this other guy's. So you, not only do you have a big toe for a thumb, but you've got a dead guy's big toe for a thumb. And that's your movable appendage. That's what you're giving a big thumbs up with some dead guy's toe. Ugh. Oh boy. It appeared to be real. It's going to live with you for a while, isn't it? You can taste it.
I saw it, scrolled right past, and now you are making me like relive it in a real way.
I'm a big fan of that.
But I'm not.
When I see disgusting shit, I like to have people live in it for a little bit, the same way I did. Where it's just like, hey man, welcome to my world. Because if I had to see it, then you have to see it.
Sure.
And I get into some sick shit. You won't watch the other shit that I watch.
Like
decapitation videos, things like that.
It's interesting because I'm so into murder.
Yeah.
I don't actually like to see
the murder happen.
The actual murder.
Yeah. Like the suicide bomber who blew himself up. Like I watched that video 1,000 times where it was just like, oh my God, that's so great.
I don't need to see that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I get into all of that shit, and it's shocking because there is no bigger murder fan on the planet than you.
I've said it's hard to explain. I think it would be weird if I loved all that stuff and murder. I think that would push me over the edge of like, do we need to talk? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Where it's like, I like the mystery of it. I like putting the puzzle pieces together of like finding who it was and all of that.
Right.
And the like psychology behind why they did it. But I don't ever want to see the actual thing.
Murder itself. Yeah.
And then stuff with kids, it's hard for me to even think of. So that kind of stuff I don't really get down with either.
One. Yeah, I can't watch that. That's probably my only no. Like I can't watch shit with kids. Kids getting fucked up or something happening, even injured. Like I don't like to watch those Vines or YouTube videos where they fall off a skateboard. Where it's like, dude, the kid's like 6 or 7 years old. I can't fucking watch that shit. That's my only the rest of it. Like, show me somebody getting their fucking leg chainsawed off on accident. Like, I'll watch that in a second. The other weird thing about it is I didn't know how many people were fans of murder until we started doing this show. Because obviously you're a huge fan. You've got Murderer's Row behind you.
Does everyone know?
Yeah. Not a lot of people know. Tell them, because we get a couple of shout outs. Yeah. Tell them who's behind you in your office.
I have Dahmer.
Of course, Dahmer.
The most sympathetic of all the serial killers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. A real story, a real guy, a heck of a dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
And then, I like to have a little bit of everything, but we got a little Mick Jagger and Dolly Parton.
Well, I'm a huge fan of both of them, and that's a nice photo.
So we have Blood Brothers. The
Menendez brothers.
The Menendez brothers movie. I have Jim Jones. Not to be confused with Brian Jones. A lot of people do.
Right.
Jim Jones of Jonestown Massacre.
Yeah.
And then we have BTK. Dennis Rader.
And that's your favorite one, right?
This is my favorite one because look at him, you guys.
Yeah. We have an audio and a video show, by the way.
That's his church photo.
Is it really?
Yeah. So that's his like... The photo that he took at church, or his family photo, something like that. But that's what's fascinating to me about this guy.
Yeah,
is that he was,
and that's your number one, right?
I think that's my number one because, well, the more I read about him, the more I just think he's a big piece of pussy garbage trash. But the fact that he
was, to be fair, he was already.
Yeah. Listen, I don't love what he did.
Yeah.
But he was definitely a little sissy pussy boy.
Okay.
About it.
Right.
You know,
right.
and wasn't like
that's still not your number one guy.
Because I'm still fascinated by that. He was the first one that I was like, oh my gosh, someone can do all these horrible things, live in the community that he's doing them, be a pillar of the community, be like, Boy Scout leader in the church. Yeah. Literally could not get caught. People came to his house multiple times.
Sure.
And he was so good and normal. They were like, okay. And then when he was caught, the way that he talked about it in the way that he just laid it out. I did this, and then I took them into this room, and then I tied them up, and then so that was my first introduction to like, oh my God, like murder, like serial killer, psychopathic minds are like that switched off to where they're talking about murder in a way that's like, I went to the store, I got eggs, and then I got milk, went down to coffee shop, you know what I mean?
Killed someone.
So that was like one of the first ones I saw. So it was that was my imprint.
Oh, well, welcome.
Fascinated by that.